Hello guys, this is Yarak here. Today we're gonna make a quick video discussing the top 5 best decks post February 2023 ban list. This ban list was insane, and we're just gonna do a quick rundown of what the hits were. Scythe banned, Windbearer statue banned, Kid Kalos banned, Sprite Elf banned. We have Agito limited, Kelbeck limited, Keldo limited, Mudora limited, Miral limited, Hapness limited, Sharon limited, Ancient Fairy Dragon with the Errata is now limited. We also have the Strudel Unlimited, Jet Synchron Unlimited, Mecha Phantom Beast Lion Unlimited, Servant of Endymion Unlimited, the King Lithosagem, the Disaster Unlimited, Yadagaratsu, shout out to Yada, Unlimited, Spiral Resort Unlimited. So now that we went on a quick rundown of the new ban list, we're going to discuss what the top 5 best decks are going to be. And I've actually been thinking about this a lot ever since the ban list dropped a lot. Ever since the ban list dropped yesterday. I was at work yesterday, so I couldn't really make a reaction video. So this is just going to be like my thoughts on what the top 5 best decks are going to be going forward. So yeah, let's get started. So at 5th place, we have Labyrinth. Labyrinth is gonna get new support once Photon Hypernova comes out. They're gonna get the big welcome, and they're also gonna get the wait trap card that makes it so that your opponent can only control one monster, which is kind of insane. Not even a once per turn. I mean, Labyrinth is a pretty insane deck that has a huge toolbox. They're able to set any normal trap card in the game, basically. So they can set stuff like a pointer, dimensional barrier. I mean, the choices are unlimited, basically. This is the best trap deck at the moment. Eldritch, Guru, Altergeist, all of those decks have been left behind, and Labyrinth is the new queen of the trap decks at the moment. So Labyrinth at number 5. Okay, I'm also gonna have some honorable mentions. So if your deck is not in the top 5, or if a deck you think was gonna be in the top 5 is not there, it might be in the honorable mentions. So at 4th place, we have Sprite. Sprite, shout out to Kevin. He's been sending lots of combo videos, just demonstrating that Sprite can still do things. They can still do things. They just won't have as much brokenness as they once had with Sprite Elf before he got banned, but they can still combo off. I mean, you have Red, you have Carrot, you have Gigantic. I mean, your choices are pretty much endless with level 2 monsters. So now that Gishki is gonna come out, that may be another option. So this is talking about Sprite Gishki, pure Sprite. I mean, Sprite is still a powerhouse, but the fact that they were able to go into double Toad or even triple Toad before Elf was banned was kind of what made it broken. And Elf, if we're all being honest, if you saw my ban list prediction video, you know I took a long time talking about Elf, like how broken that card was. Yeah, so I wasn't surprised when Sprite Elf got banned. I saw a lot of YouTubers that were shocked. They were like, what? Why would they hit Sprite Elf? There's no way they would hit Sprite Elf. I'm like, have we been playing the same game? Like, you can use it in tier, so that means that you cannot limit it because tier only used one. You can use it pretty much on Tri Brigade. They used it as a one-off. Like, once again, you cannot limit it. And on pure Sprite, it was degenerate. Every single turn, revive Jet, revive Blue, revive Toad. I mean, absolutely crazy. So, not shocked at all when it got banned. So that's why I have Sprite as my number 4 best deck going forward. And now for the 3rd place, which is a deck that has been struggling to get into the top decks, but I have Branded. I'm still not sure what it's going to be. Branded Tier, Branded Shadal, or Branded Bishul. Branded Bishul may drop in popularity a lot because Tier won't be as popular. So, but some variant of Branded is going to take the 3rd place because Branded Fusion, the new fusions that are coming out on Photon Hypernova, this deck is crazy. I mean, if they open up Branded Fusion and you don't have the Ash, they're going to go full combo from there. So they have lots of ways. They can still raw Disciples lock you. They don't need Scythe, right? They can still lock you. So yeah, be ready to face Branded at your locals. Have those ashes ready. Nick, I know. I always have the ash against you, but you know. But yeah, Branded as my number 3 pick. So now for the honorable mentions, and I usually put honorable mentions before the first place, but I want to do it right now. So honorable mentions is gonna be Flounderies. Flounderies may be used as a going second strategy now, because Windbear statue was what helped it go first. But now, since you don't have the Windbear statue, you might be forced to go second. Just blind second Flounderies. You can use all the broken going second cards like Evenly Matched, Dark Ruler No More, Lightning Storm. Going second Flounderies is gonna be the wave. I've seen some people talk about a small world into the water statue, but that's not good. Honestly, that requires you to open small world or the water statue. Sure, you can use prosperity to like kind of help you get there, but I mean the cool thing about the Windbear statue was that it was searchable. So the fact that you cannot search the water statue like with your own archetype, I don't think it's gonna be the move. I think going second Flounderies is gonna be the way to go going forward. Another honorable mention is Tier Limit. You might be wondering what? Like it's still playable, Yara. What are you talking about? Well, I don't think pure Tier is gonna be not even a main tier with a side of something. It's gonna be flipped around now. It's gonna be either, like I said, Branded Tier or like X Tier. It's not gonna be Tier with spice of something else because they literally got nuked. So many copies of Ishizu, so many copies of Tier got put on the ban list that I don't think you can justify making a main tier with the side of something. Is gonna be something else with the side of Tier going forward. So that's why Tier got dropped down to honorable mentions. So I mean, technically you can still run pure Tier, but it's not gonna be good because if you get hit with the Bestial, you get hit with the Diddy Crow. Guess what? Now you won't ever be able to use the Halfness or that Mural or that Sharon. So yeah, Tier in the honorable mentions. And another honorable mention, which a lot of people are not talking about, which is scary, and I really didn't want to put it in the video for this for the same reason, which is Stun Runic with like Majesty's Fiend, with like there can only be one goes in match and all the degenerate back rows. The main issue with Runic before the ban list was that the Ishizus were at max capacity. They could shuffle all your 3 targets in the graveyard, preventing you from drawing 3 cards every single turn. And you lost a lot of momentum with that, right? So now that the Ishizus are only at 1 each, and the fact that it won't be as popular as it was makes it so that Runic can now take advantage once again of those draws that they were getting every single turn. And Stun Runic is scary because sure, you may side into like 4 or 5 backward removals, but guess what? They're gonna be banishing your deck every single turn. Your side deck cards are gonna get banished, and they have ways to protect themselves against like mass destruction with their fusions. So, yeah, Stun Runic is gonna be something. I don't know about Sprite Runic. I'm still debating about that, but I think Stun Runic is gonna be the way to go going forward. So, but that's gonna wrap up my honorable mentions. I mean, if you want another honorable mention, Sky Striker. The main problem with it was the fact that Ishizus were running around and also Bestials, and both of those are gonna drop down in popularity and in power going forward. So Sky Striker may once again be a good contender of the meta, honestly. So now that they have gotten a new support, right? So, and they're also gonna keep getting support because Konami loves Ray. Let's be honest. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the honorable mentions: Flounderies, Tier Lament, Runic, and Sky Strikers. So now to the number 2 deck. The number 2 deck post ban list is gonna be Sword Soul. Sword Soul is a powerhouse. A lot of people don't realize this, but if we go back before like Tier Sprite and all that, all those decks, and like before Prank Kits, before Sprite, before Tier, Sword Soul was the dominating deck. Like it was straight up just like have such a big representation at tournaments. It was clearly the best deck of the meta. So a lot of people just kind of forgot about that. And like now that the new toys arrived, like Prank Kits was dominating, then Tier Element, then Sprite, and all that. People forgot about Sword Soul, but Sword Soul is still has every single tool. They just lost Protos, but Protos was what made it unfair. But like they didn't really rely on Protos. But I mean, Sword Soul even now, every single like tourney, you have at least 1, 2, or 3 Sword Soul players in top 32, and a lot of people have been forgetting about that. But now that the biggest the hardest matchup for Sword Soul was Tier Limit, right? Because they would just mill your decks. They didn't really care about it. But now that that deck is gonna drop in popularity, guess what? Sword Soul is back on the throne. They're gonna be. They can even play on the shifter. So if they go up against Kashtira, if they go up against Flounderies, and they want to shifter you, you say okay. You just keep playing, right? You just keep playing. It just hurts you a little bit, but you can still play through shifter like it's nothing, right? So Sword Soul is a powerhouse, and it's a very inexpensive deck. So if you want to pick it up, I would suggest picking it up now before it starts topping at a lot of tournaments, because trust me, it's gonna top a lot once the new YCS or regionals start taking place under the new ban list. So Sword Soul at number 2. And now for the number 1 pick, and I don't think anybody's surprised. I think it's gonna be Kashtira. Kashtira, a lot of people are discounting and they're saying, oh, well, it was only good against Tier Limit. But, well, guess what? They're going to start building their deck to go up against what's meta right now. So if branded as Sword Soul, if Sprite, or Labyrinth start taking over, they're going to make it so that their main deck is ready to fight those decks. So I do think that Kashtira is going to be a powerhouse going forward, being able to like banish your deck face down, your extra deck, just cutting you from those resources. And you kind of have to beat them turn 2. Like I played against this deck post Photon Hypernova. You have to beat them turn 2. Like if they go, they make their turn, comes back to you. You have to beat them right there and then, because if it comes back to them, they're gonna keep getting resources with Unicorn, with Fenrir, with their Shangri-La. So you really don't want it to get to turn 3. You have to beat them on turn 2, otherwise they're gonna keep getting so many resources. So I do think that Cash Money Tira is gonna be the best deck going forward. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this top 5 best decks post ban list? I want to know what your opinion is on the comments below. But as always, this was Yada here, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.